every facet.
Oh, so hopefully VJ will have a little like a little home family party thing going on, big turnout.
I would assume so. It should be a nice crowd and a lot of VJ Edgecombe supporters there. You know, he's the 5-star freshman. I think his big highlight of the season was dunking on Mark Few's son.
By the way, that was that's going to be one of the most memorable plays in college basketball this season. Yeah. That was something else.
And he's averaging now, 11.3 points, 7.5 rebounds, nearly 4 assists per game, which is a good number for a 5-star wing. We'll see what type of freshman season he's going to have, but barring a surprise, he will be picked very high in the 2025 NBA draft.
Well, I feel like for Baylor to come away with this win, Roach, Nunn, and Edgecombe definitely have to make second and third efforts on the defensive end in terms of rotation because St. John's
hello.
Hey,
here we go.
Passes to their big man around the baseline and then on the three-point line. So that defensive.
All right, now we're good.
On the weak side.
I agree with you.
That was
Guard
weird. What's up, 97? What's up, Tom, Steve? What's everybody? Thank you for being Daniel Berry as well. What's going on? All right, now we got it going. I didn't know what was going on with that, but I unplugged it and plugged it back in. But we're going to be bringing you Baylor versus St. John in the very first game. Baylor 13th seed in the top 25, and St. John's 4-0. Baylor 3-1 is game 1. And after this, we'll go over to the next stream and bring you Tennessee Volunteers versus the Virginia Cavaliers. We're going to bring you the play-by-play, the audio off of the CBS Sports Nation. We're going to have a good time tonight. 2 games for you. And I hope to have some fun. Hopefully Tennessee gets a win, but we're going to figure, you know what? We'll just watch this game as well since if they win tonight, they will play one of these opponents. So hope you guys enjoy it. We'll be ready to get into it here in just a second, but let's get into a little bit of the action here with the stats here. Let's get into the stats of Baylor versus St. John here. Let me see here. All right, so Baylor is 3-1 on the season. St. John 4-0. Game's going to start right here in about 7 minutes, but let's take a look at their season leaders so far. Amir for Baylor, the forward, he's got most points, 13.3 points per game. Amir's also got the most rebounds. He's got 10 rebounds per game, and Wright the third has got 5.8 assists per game. On the other side, for St. John, Luis Jr., the guard, he's got 17.5 points per game. Luis Jr.'s also got the most rebounds as well, 7.8 rebounds per game. And Richmond, the guard for St. John, he's 5.8 assists a game. Baylor's averaging 85 points per game. St. John's is at 84.8 points per game. Let's see here. In the last 5 games that Baylor has played, they have won 3 straight, one over an SEC opponent, Arkansas. They lost their first game of the season to Gonzaga, 101-63. They got blown out. But St. John's, on the other hand, they have won 4 straight, and they're undefeated. They've beaten Foreman, Quinton, and Wag, and UNM, the last opponent, that won 85-71. So we'll see how this goes. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Hope we bring some fun here. To want to get back into the streaming. I've had a little bit since the crews got back and try to get back into it. But we got a lot of Tennessee basketball coming up here in the next week. And then after that, it's starting to December. We really get into it. We'll try to bring you some hockey as well, but we're going to mainly focus on Tennessee basketball here on the channel. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hit the like button for us. Hit the subscribe. And let's have a good time tonight and see if we can get some more folks in here on this game. But Baylor versus St. John, and we'll listen in here when they come back from the break. But I'll bring it back in here in just a second when they get it set up here. The favorite is Baylor tonight, 67%. The total amount of points is 145 for Baylor. 125 for San Jose. Oh, no, sorry, 152 under for St. John. So we'll see what happens. So what you got? You got over, the under? What do you got? What are you going to take? Total amount of points, it's a 150. 150 is the total. I'm going to go 77, yeah. I'm going to go under here, 150, even though they've been putting up some points. No, Baylor's been putting up 100 points. So I might go the over here. I'm going over 150. And let's see, the spread is 2.5. I will go over the spread. So over the total amount of points and over the spread for basketball. That's what I'll be doing. So make sure you join us as well. We'll be bringing this to you play-by-play. And then after this, we'll go to the Tennessee Virginia game. But I want to do this one game first just because I haven't done any in a while and I wanted to get it going. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hit the like for us. Hit the subscribe. And let's listen in to CBS.
Like, if they win by 20, they're upset, you know, and everything like that. So they have a standard of winning, and he's doing it right.
Highest compliment to a coach is when your players love playing for you. We know Swin Cash pretty well. We know Renee Montgomery very well, and they loved playing for Gino Auriemma, and he has a great one, and Paige Becker is going right now. Make sure everyone tunes in to watch her play this year.
That's a great point, Wally. Like, we are lucky enough to work with and be around some of the greatest UConn players of all time, and without exception, they all speak very highly of Gino. Like, they love him all these years later. He got this job in 1985. And I guess he's not winning 4 straight national championships anymore like he once did. But he has
CBS
consistently
Sports
kept
Network
this at the
tonight
top of the sport
on YouTube
through
TV.
more than 4 decades. They're ranked 2nd in the AP poll right now. He really is the GOAT. We throw that term around a lot lately, but
that's cool.
This place is a place where it is accurately applied.
Yeah, he wasn't even planning on getting into coaching. Just fell in love with it. Players loved him, and the rest is history. Let's get back to today's action real quick as we get set for tip-off here. A couple games already in the books, like the Miami Hurricanes meeting up with Drake in Charleston, and somebody didn't wake up because Bennett starts to Nate Ferguson catching somebody sleeping, but Roy, the Canes woke up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, Brandon Johnson gets to the bucket. Nice little
hit that like button as you're coming in, guys.
Ooh,
see if we can get some folks in here tonight. And then Tennessee, Virginia next. After this, the link is going to be in the pin message.
You work on that type of stuff back in the day?
Hey, get that contact and flip it up there, big fella.
All right, and Abu gets the nice, easy backdoor bucket right there. Bulldogs win 80-69.
Yeah, a little revenge for that tournament loss a couple years ago. Also in Charleston, FAU and Oklahoma State. For the Cowboys, it's Robert Jennings II with the 3GP.
Now we're a little closer to the end of the first half. That is Leland Walker getting it to go. Al's closing in at 37.
Just came in to see how you're doing and say hi. Got my Raptors going starting soon.
Leland Walker gets the bucket.
Thanks
There's
for
some
popping in
contact.
here, dude.
We're tied 67-67. And look at FAU. Kiki Tandy, corner 3. FAU 86, Oklahoma State 78.
End of the year candidate right there. In progress at Assembly Hall, number 16, Indiana, all over UNC Greensboro. Early gas pedal down from the jump, Wally.
Indiana.
Yeah, Mike Woodson's got a squad this year. Should have thrown that down, big fella, but that's all right, Malik Renault. Hoosiers just off to a great start. Nice triple again by Miles Rice. Hoosiers continuing to roll.
Thanks
and
for
let's
the
see
subs.
if Woody can get this squad back to prominence. He has been playing
back
good
our
basketball.
subs. We lost a whole bunch of them.
A lot of work to do in the Big Ten. I think they're going to be back in the NCAA tournament.
Well, if they're like their football team, they'll be fine. News from Brooklyn, by the way, is our John Rothstein is reporting Tremont Mark will make his debut for the Longhorns tonight against Syracuse, 2-time transfer. And on a cold and rainy day here in New York City, St. John's made the right call, booking a trip to the Bahamas. Will they enjoy it, though, against Baylor tonight? That is the question. Picks, I'm feeling Gary making the first one.
I'll very slightly give the edge to Baylor. I know in the opener they got handled pretty easily by Gonzaga, but they bounced back, beat Arkansas. I'll take Baylor on a neutral
Baha
court
championship from the
John.
Bahamas.
I'm hoping the Big East can turn things around. It's still going to be a long shot. Maybe Baylor's playing well. Jeremy Roach, hopefully he can have a bounce-back game. But at the same time, St. John's, I think, is going to get the win.
The Johnnies are back. Chris Mullen days, Malik Sealy days, Bill Wennington days, Ron Artest days. They are back in 2024. I'm going with the Johnnies.
Never the Wally Zerbiak days.
Rick Pitino, the St. John, 4-0.
Tino didn't want me. St. John's didn't want me.
We love you.
All right. I appreciate that.
We're hanging out and watching all night, but we send it now to the Bahamas and our crew of Chris Sylvester, Kyle Macy, and Sam Hyman. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at halftime.
Welcome to Nassau, the Bahamas.
Nassau, I want to be in Nassau.
Bahamas Championship from the gorgeous Baha.
Put me in
Resort.
Atlantis.
It's coming up next on CBS Sports Network. College basketball comes your way from Nassau in the Bahamas. We welcome you to the Continental Tire Bahamas Championship as we lift the lid off this event with a ranked-on-ranked matchup. The number 13 Baylor Bears take on the number 22 St. John's Red Storm. Welcome to Baha Mar Hoops with the All-American and National Champ Kyle Macy. I'm Chris Sylvester. Sam Hyman will join us later in the telecast. And I think our colleague John Rothstein summed it up perfectly. This event has a Sweet 16 type of feel, multiple Quad 1 opportunities hanging in the balance.
Yeah, I think this event is just getting better and better every year. I look for all 4 of these teams to make the tournament. 3 of the 4 are ranked right now. The 4th probably not ranked just because there was a late coaching change.
Rick Pitino in his 2nd season at St. John's has the Red Storm nationally ranked, nationally relevant again. RJ Luis has been terrific.
He's an outstanding player, the 6'7", 215-pound junior, does a little bit of everything. Good defender, good scorer, good rebounder, just a great player. And for the Baylor Bears, Norchad Omier is playing in this tournament for the 2nd year in a row, but not both years with Baylor. Last year he played with Miami, but for Baylor, steps in as the 5th-year senior, brings a lot of experience, a lot of scoring, and just a great player, averaging a double-double.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a better 4-team field in this early college basketball season. We'll lift the lid off this thing with number 13 Baylor and number 22 St. John's coming up on CBS Sports Network.
All right, so we're going to get into it. Tip off here just a moment away. Make sure you're hitting that like. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe. This is game 1. We really were here to watch Tennessee, but they're not till like 8:30 Central. We wanted to get in the first game because they're going to play this team. So we figured, hey, let's watch them. So share the stream out, hit the like, hit the subscribe if you're new. We're bringing you Tennessee basketball all the rest of the season. It's going to get going here starting next Wednesday and then throughout the rest of the month of December. And then we get into SEC play in January. So thank you guys for tuning in. We followed Tennessee basketball all last year. We did a couple other NCAA games after Tennessee got we followed them to the Final Four and all that stuff. So we have a good time here. We have the audio, the play-by-play, and the scoreboard. We're unable to show the game. That's unable to do that. That's against the rules. So hope you guys enjoy. We'll see if we get in there. What's up, Butterfly? Good to see you. Might be a slow crowd here in this first game, maybe the second game, but I wanted to do both games tonight. I don't really have much going on. So I figured, you know what? Let's watch both games, and we'll see who Tennessee plays tomorrow night, no matter if we win or lose. At least we'll have a chance to see who they play. So crazy how much NASCAR news is still every single day. I know, man. Steve, we're going to do a NASCAR video. See if I can record that after tonight. It'll either come out tomorrow or Saturday. So hopefully try to do it tomorrow. And we'll be live again tomorrow when we find out when Tennessee plays. If they win or lose, we'll find out how it is. But the Baylor Bears, that's right. So Baylor Bears versus the St. John Red Storm. Rick Pitino's 4-0. 22nd ranked St. John's Red Storm and Baylor Bears 3-1. Their only loss came to Gonzaga, the first game of the season. They lost 101-63. So we'll see how they do. They've been putting up 100 points. The last 2 games they put up 100 points, and St. John